Hey, good morning, everybody. Sitting here reading an article about earthquakes. Earthquakes have always fascinated me, but I wanted you to remember what you were doing on August the 7th of 2020, less than a year ago, almost a year ago now. But we had a 5.2 magnitude on the Richter scale earthquake here in western North Carolina. The epicenter was near Sparta, North Carolina, which is on the Virginia-North Carolina border, but we felt it here. I remember I was driving to church on Sunday morning up to Morganton, and I really didn't feel it because I was in my vehicle, but everybody came into church saying, "Did you feel that earthquake?" I think about some of the places that people live on this earth. San Francisco, Los Angeles, Seattle, Washington, here in this country, Istanbul, Turkey, Tokyo, Japan. These are some of the largest cities in the world, and people live there on major fault lines where earthquakes are going to happen. And you think to yourself, why would they build their homes and their lives on this faulty ground? Well, Jesus in Matthew 7:24-29, he tells a similar story. He has just preached the most amazing sermon, the Sermon on the Mount, starting with the Beatitudes and then going all the way through talking about the different areas of our life and how he has come to fulfill the law, not to abolish the law. He's taken it to a whole new level. And he tells us that, but then he gets through with that preaching of that great sermon and he says, "You've heard what I've said." He said it's like two men. One man builds his house on the rock, a solid foundation, and the winds and the waves and the storms, they come and they crash and they bash this house, but it doesn't give way because he's built it on a solid foundation. If you hear my words that I've preached in this sermon, great Sermon on the Mount, and he says you listen to them and you do what I say, he said you're going to be like that man who lived on solid ground. But he said, if you don't do what I told you to do, and you don't live by the words that I have preached to you over the last couple of days, he said, you're going to be like the man who built his house on shifting sand. You're going to be like the people who have built their homes on these major fault lines in earthquake-ridden parts of the world. One day, it's all going to come crashing down. When the waves and the storms or the earthquake hits and you built your house on faulty ground, not on solid rock, like Jesus Christ and his word, then it's all going to come crashing down. So I hope that you will take these words of Jesus and remember that we are to build our lives on the solid ground of his word, on his testimony, on his life, and on his example. And if we'll do that, then we can face any storm that this world brings to us. I hope you have a good day.